we have killed David and Emilia, let's assume that the clone Logan, she didn't consider her child. But then Kevin Logan, she does things to scare us, but she's not actually intervening to stop us. What is going on?
Since when was it that we started noticing things were off, though? Because about the time that David was around, I don't suppose anything odd happened much around that time.
Well, first of all, everything in the apocalypse is something odd, but the first time I noticed something off was when I was watching the videos in the pre-apocalypse clips, and a hand appeared in one of the videos, but then no matter how many times I rewound the tape, I couldn't see the hand again. At the time, I assumed my own mind was playing with me, but now I'm thinking, it seems that what this Lara is doing is just editing our perception in some way and not doing anything really harmful to us. Like, for example, why not make poison appear like food to us? Why not do things like this? She never does things that seem, deceptive in a lethal way.
Yeah, the first time I hallucinated, all of you were upstairs, and I was with the animals to keep them safe. And I had heard so much banging and hoarseness that sounded like you guys, even other voices that weren't exactly like you, which is why I thought they were probably a mimic. I think Chico might be right. This entity hasn't been outright vicious or harmful to us, have they?
Especially since, again, we've been killing her children, if it is Lara, and I guess there's no really other option because there are no other family members left. So what is this Lara up to? Why isn't she, why would she try to scare us in these subtle ways even? Why not, even if she's not a hostile creature, why not try to convince us not to go after her children? Why not, I don't know, show herself to us and say, hey, we're not your enemies, let's work together, or shit like this? What is making her work? From any angle that I look at her, whether a hostile angle, whether the friendly angle, no matter how I think about her, her behavior makes absolutely no sense, unless there is something fundamental going on that we don't know about.
I definitely think that's the case, but I also think that their rationality, I don't think is logical from our standpoint, from having our mental faculties all there.
I don't know. You do remember the original Kevin that we faced in the kindergarten. He did seem to be rational enough. I even did try to reason with him and tell him to work with me, but it just seemed that there was something driving him toward being hostile to me, but it's
you also need to remember, love, that you didn't let me go through, so I don't know what you all talked about.
Yeah, that's true, but what I mean is that, do you guys think there are ways for us to try and communicate with Laura?
It wouldn't hurt.
So let me think. Okay, Laura, if you can hear me, and Suchiko closes her eyes at this moment. If you are a kind of creature who might help us if we stop trying to kill your other family members, when I open my eyes, give me a completely new hallucination. And then she opens her eyes.
Everything seems normal.
Also, by the way, for this whole segment of talking, Artemis will be going through all the Amelia notes, because that is what I'm doing.
So when she doesn't see anything new, she says, okay, Kant, we are going to kill your shitty son.
Still nothing. In fact, there's so much nothing that the nothingness becomes jarring. Like specifically, it feels jarring to all of you in a weird way. It's uncomfortable just waiting around in a strange way.
Succ says, I feel uncomfortable in a very poetic way.
Cinder just gets the chill. Actually, all three of them would probably have this reaction where they get like the willies or chills and just kind of shake it off. I'm gonna look down at the cat. Does the cat look like it's seen anything that we're not?
No, it seems to just be minding its own business.
I'm gonna make sure that it's fed.
While you are doing that, you realize something.
Yes.
There's one meal for one person's 1 day intake gone with no trace.
Well, she's going to be keeping Laura alive, isn't she?
Hey, did any of you prepare and eat a meal that I didn't know about?
Yeah.
Just the way you know. One of the meals is gone.
So she's been in this house for 200 years or shit, but now she just discovers to eat the MREs.
Don't suppose she's taking Mother for the food, who's still alive and we kind of neglected to take care of. Oops. Sorry, Laura.
To be fair, yeah, if this is the Laura from the pod, even though she had locked-in syndrome, once she was out of the pod, she would have basic human needs again.
No.
Nourishment
It's
being one of them.
obviously, I mean, I think it's very strange for it to be the Laura from the pod. It would be the original Laura.
OG Laura killed herself and is in the bathroom.
No, that is another clone.
Is she still in the bathroom? He goes check the bathroom.
No, don't go there. Your morale will be hurt. I will check it for you.
Everything seems to be the same there.
Okay, he's going to the brain-dead corpses and he's going to use his forensics and inventive skills to figure out how to make a not Laura mask for Noel. He's going to use one of their faces. I guess probably Norman's face.
No, you guys, you don't have to make a mold from a dead body.
It's not a mold, it's a face.
So you're gonna cut the skin off and put... You know what? Never mind.
Do you want Noel to live? Do you care about his life? Because I do.
What the fuck are you talking about, Artemis? Of course I care for Noel. I care
Then
about
let's
all
get
of
that
you.
face.
Is that
May
really
I make a
priority?
suggestion, Artemis?
Yeah.
I recommend using Nicolas Cage's face.
Why does this face mean that he'll live?
Because Laura is taking other Lauras, and he looks like a Laura. That pile of mush in the bathroom doesn't look like Laura, which she didn't take. We either gotta make Noel look like a pile of mush, or we gotta make him not look like Laura.
Well, if he continues on his drug journey, he would soon look like a mush anyway.
I mean, to be fair, Laura imbibed in drugs anyway. It's clear from her body.
I don't think she'd want to see herself sniffing shit, though.
So, yeah, but also she seems to be taking live Lauras, dead Lauras, not live Lauras.
She took the other one, which was alive.
I'm so confused.
So, also Noel hasn't slept since we came out of the pod, so
I'm fine.
maybe this is why he's alive. Maybe Laura would come for Noel if he slept.
Artemis is going to open up the Norman Traumant pod. Then he is going to start doing the process of making a Norman mask.
Artemis, if you need someone to cut a face for you with a surgical hand, I'm at your service.
That would be perfect, Sachiko. Do you want to make him look like Nicolas Cage as well? I don't think she'd want him.
No, that was just a stupid face-off reference. There's no need.
Oh, he's disappointed, and you can tell. He believes this would be more likely to save Noel's life.
So let me just add to the notes, missing a face. Just notes that no DM should ever add.
I do actually, at the same time, want to hack off an arm because I want to make a fake limb. You know how lizards, when they're being chased or grabbed, they just let go of the tail? I want to have a fake arm so that I can do that.
Again, if you want, Succ will help with that to you too.
Oh, yes. Does Succ want a fake arm as well? Do you want a fake arm?
And
Yes. Do you
no,
want a fake arm?
Succ
good
Succ is fine. She would like a fake ass, but not Norman's. Before we continue to cut off the face and the arms, Succ just looks at the body from the other side of the closed pod to make sure it's not mutating in crazy ways.
No. It seems completely safe.
I'm going to test the poop oil on preserving the arm first because it doesn't matter as much. And I want to test to see how the arm looks upon preservation.
Also, whenever in whatever he's doing, Artemis needs medical help, Succ will be there to help.
All right. You start smearing the poop on it. It's now covered in poop oil. However, there's something missing from the arm that you saw on all the poop oil covered bodies. There were little extensions as if when covered in poop oil, then they could connect to the walls of the house or to whatever bioorganism is growing within. This has no connection to the house, it's just here.
I'll examine how it develops and if it seems to be preserving well. And I shall also start doing all the bone structure of the mask and everything.
You check whether it's preserving or not. You just know something is missing. If Succ is around, she would know the poop would just be a catalyzer for something to now be able to be put somewhere in the house, for it to start growing into the house and be supported by the house's nutrition.
Yeah, I'll just stick the arm on a wall, maybe near the bathroom, so that you can have a little towel rack on the outside.
All right, you'll put it near the ecosystem.
And then she'll be doing the bone structure for the face.
Also, whenever Artemis doesn't need Succ help anymore, Succ will drag the father's corpse to the freezer too.
All righty.
What I want to do is I want to start drawing schematics to make a very, very makeshift scope. Preferably, do we have binoculars?
You can find different sorts of things that could be used, but not a good one in the playroom.
Yeah.
However, you have weapon parts, and those actually have things that could be used to make a red dot scope, or even just any other scope.
Preferably, I wanted to make a adjustable. I really do just want to strap half a binocular onto the top of the rifle so that it can have like very minor zoom adjustment.
You could borrow parts from Artemis's precision goggles, but I really doubt he would just give them up for a scope.
I mean, I know you want the binoculars, but I could pretty much easily make a rudimentary scope.
Would be able to make anything with any zoom at all. Not adjustable, just like not standard, like even 2 times magnification.
I'm sure. I mean, I have all the weapons parts. I'm sure there's stuff to modify for a scope. Or we use one of the scopes that we already have.
Right. Well, I'm in hope for a just regular 2 times scope.
How many parts would that cost me, DM?
If we try to make specifically just a 2+ scope, you would have to take 10 out of it. You can sacrifice 40 of them, but get a super stylized, all compatible, universal, versatile and settable, like adjustable weapon scope.
During this time, can Artemis be going through the rooms? I want to be using my scavenger and in and out perk to just search for any device that can be used to access the mainframe with. Artemis believes that Norman has hidden something and it's either there around these areas or it's already gone, in which case he'll look for signs of them being already taken, I guess, because he feels like there must be something.
You find out there definitely was an extension before anything in the apocalypse happened. It was taken out of the printer where it was to mask a part of the printer itself, then put together in an entertainment station that happens to be in the butler's room, and then that was taken off again by someone who's not good with technology.
Was the butler good at technology?
He wasn't.
It's not in his bag or anything, is it? Fuck. I shall be desperately looking for that thing.
Yeah, you're searching those for now?
Yeah.
And Sachiko, is there anything you'd be doing after you see just all the people talking about the different schematics and what they would be making?
Succ won't even hear those things. I'm assuming I can find a glass in the kitchen, yes?
Yeah.
And also, I don't know what are these things called in English. Really small plates?
I can't say I know, but you find a small plate that is usually used for like teas.
I want to go to the pool and take 1 glass of water from the pool and bring it back to shelter. And then I want to go ahead to the bathroom where the Lara corpse is, and I want to find another beacon. And then I want to take that sample and then drop it inside the glass, which is filled with water, and then put the plate on the glass. And then I want to see, because you said that the environment of the pool was too large for them to survive, and
Not only too large, but also constantly filtered by something.
I guess none of these 2 things would happen in a glass of water from the pool. So I want to observe and see if the process of the viruses evolving in this smaller and less hostile space would teach me anything.
All right. Noel and Cinder, you guys are continuing working. Sachiko, you're doing that. And Artemis, you find more traces of some sort of a tablet.
Yeah.
You find a part of it that was meant to disguise it as a part of the printer, and now you know that whoever was carrying this dropped this while probably going up either the stairs or going up from the vent.
The butler, he kept trying to go past Amelia, right?
And for some reason, tried to go to the gym area and the pool area.
Yeah, for some reason to delete my main computer and delete. Now, how far did he get?
He died in the around the staff room and changing room.
I guess I shall go investigate up there.
Before you go upstairs, Reckless will just say, hey, do you want somebody to go keep an eye on you? I'll let you do your thing.
You're definitely Reckless, Cinder, right?
Yes.
Perfect, then. And he will also go to Chico and ask her, do you want to do some science experiments?
Are they approved by the ethical board of the university?
No.
Yes.
Perfect. And he shall go up and take a party popper to the sticky teeth part, and he wants to shove a party popper into the wall.
So I'm assuming that we're following you?
Yeah, he's going to run away as soon as he does this stuff and observe at a distance.
I will be running right beside him.
This piece filled with garbage and meant to just quickly push it all out in a moment of danger for distraction and confusion. You see him just slightly touch it and press it against the wall, and then the pores themselves quickly suck it into the glue more, and then teeth slowly go around it like...
Oh.
And then there's just a small pop, just a little bit of garbage falls down, and it's just there. It's just held there by the teeth and pulled in slightly.
So it has a bigger capacity than one party popper. Let's continue. And he continues up to the rooms where the butler was.
Cinder will follow.
Yeah.
And he shall use scavenger and in and out to look for the device in all of the rooms or any evidence of the device.
Behind this very futuristic half-screen, half-mirror that extends from one side of the gym to the other, you find it hidden behind that.
Perfect.
Excuse me, what do we find?
A tablet.
Pat me on the back.
I pat you on the back.
So Chico too. Go on. Pat me on the back and I'll tell you.
Pats him on the back.
Right. I had a feeling because Norman is so prepared with everything. He had the close way to access the mainframe, being the pool area, but it needs a computer to access it. And I figured, oh, he's going to have a computer around here somewhere. Then that butler bastard took it to go and delete himself or whatever shit. And, well, I just found it. So now we can go have a mosey at that mainframe when we get home. Sound fun, right?
Oh, you beautiful, beautiful mind, you.